Hello and welcome to the Arn and Eddie experience, the Arn Eddie Euro experience. Um, this is day 3. It's day 3, right? Day
It's
4,
day
day
four.
3,
It's
day
day four.
4. I'm that miserable about it. I'm Eddie Sidebirds. He's
You look
Arn
so
Furious.
sad. We've just been having a little chat before we went on, and Eddie's been like, "Oh, it's not. I don't like football."
Oh, it's typical. It's typical of our nation to be like that. But yeah, it's just you just expect something. You think this could be the most. This could be the one. This could be the chance where it could be fun, and then nope, not at all. Um, right. So, let's. Do you know what? Actually, since people are talking about it, and it makes you feel a little bit better,
Yeah, let's
let
start with Spain.
let's start with Spain versus Sweden. It was boring, very boring.
It bored Athens to tears.
Mhm,
We when we did the preview show, I said
mhm,
Spain will struggle to score goals because
mhm.
they haven't got a striker, and Alvaro Morata is pants. And I feel like I've been absolutely vindicated there.
Yeah. Yeah. Alexander Isaac played quite well for Sweden. I was really excited by his form of play, but Spain just could not get going. I don't know what happened. It was just
I know what
I
happened.
I did not expect. I
That,
know
that's what happened.
he's. I even put a question: how much would Morata be worth? I think at least if he could finish basic chances, probably at least about 20 million.
I wouldn't.
15
I wouldn't.
maybe.
I wouldn't buy him. I wouldn't buy him. He's
Sorry.
rotten.
Sorry, I'm trying to get into this. Um, yeah,
So
it was just.
Joao has pointed out they do have a striker, but he spent most of the game on the bench, which is Moreno.
Mhm.
Who, if I'm Luis Enrique, Moreno starts the next game because he looked better and more dangerous in the 15 minutes he was on than Morata did in like an hour
Mm.
for me.
Um, yeah, again, as Afers has agreed with me, yeah, Isaac looked really good. Sweden, when they took him off, I was kind of like, they're just kind of getting ready to either hold for the straw or they look like they're giving up in terms of that. It was 40
Yeah,
degrees Celsius in Sevilla with high humidity.
yeah. So that
Um,
makes you miss sitters.
yeah, that's.
So he's pointed out that Sweden fought like Vikings. The It's a good result for Sweden, but there's only so far that kind of performance will take you in a tournament.
Mm,
Um, they went and played for the point, and they got
mhm.
it. So, like, fair play to Sweden. Tactically, I don't think they did anything revolutionary. They just sat there and hoped for the best, and the best was Alvaro Morata missing chances. So,
But they had like the thing is in another game we're going to talk about. Spain had so many chances but just couldn't finish them. Um, it was just very. Sweden just held on for moments, and then Sweden had decent opportunities. The Berg one that he should have finished. Isaac kind of
yeah,
orchestrating that was great.
yeah. We had
Um,
Athens just said he's that looked good for Sweden. I agree with that.
yeah. Yeah, and I mean, just I don't know. It was one of those games where it's like it is one of those ones that will put you off watching. You'll realize, oh god, this again. And then you'll turn it off, which is yeah. Um,
I had
Sweden
my
Sweden will
my
be
dad.
happy.
I spoke to my dad right at the end of the game, and he said, "Oh, is it still 0-0?" And I was like,
Mm,
"Yeah, it's still 0-0." He went, "Yeah, I'm not surprised. I wouldn't.
yeah.
You couldn't. I wouldn't pay to watch Spain play." Were his words. He finds them
Well,
very one
it's
dimensional.
no, it's not really any surprise at all. And to answer Domi's question, I'm 100% sure it has been. I think it has been extended, hasn't it? But I did hear that
I
he was
don't think it
going
has.
back.
I don't think it has. He's asking if Olsen's going to be at Everton next year. I don't think he is.
So it'll just be
Uh,
Pickford. So yeah. Sweden will be happy with it. They've got a chance now. they've got some exciting prospects.
I think Sweden should get out of the group. But we're going to go and talk about. Should we just go on to Slovakia and Poland?
Slovakia and Poland.
Because there's not really much else to cover in the Spain game. They had loads of the ball, but didn't really do anything.
Couldn't finish their dinner. Let's be completely real. Okay, carry on. Yes, Slovakia versus Poland.
Yeah.
Your fault.
Sorry, I was trying to formulate it in my head before it came out of the mouth. So Slovakia, their main aim was to nullify Lewandowski, which they did. But where they went somewhat wrong was they had about 4 players marking him just after half time, and Karol Lanetti kind of just strolled unmarked into the penalty area and got the equaliser. And that was mainly a case that they were so worried about Lewandowski that they ignored everything else. And I think they kind of got away with it because of the Poland having a player sent off. I felt like momentum was kind of going the way of Poland in the second half. After the first half, Slovakia were terrific, and I don't want to say that they were strikerless, but they didn't play with a conventional number 9. They played with 3 up top, and they just kind of moved around and caused all kinds of problems for that more conventional Polish defence. They didn't really know what to do, Poland, defensively, to deal with what was coming at them. So that with Robert Mack bombing down the left there, Duda was a constant thorn in the side for Poland's defence, and it's just the movement and the passing that they did was excellent. So Slovakia should worry the other teams in this group with that performance, but they got away with it because in the second half they weren't as good.
And Szczesny, as usual, had I don't know what it is about him and opening games, as they were mentioning, but he's really never had a good start in an opening game of his team's tournament. Is
he been in 3? Sent off, injured, own goal.
Sent off, injured, own goal. He kept clean sheet in their first game of the Euro 2016 campaign, and then injured himself and was out for the rest of the tournament. And then Fabianski had to take over. So, Lewandowski was a passenger for this game. He was, but
I feel like that's credit to the approach Slovakia took. That they thought, we mark this guy out the game, we've got a chance, and he had like 1 half chance. That was about it.
And I think, and obviously, a good shout out to Emma Hayes, because her commentary during this was phenomenal. It
was excellent.
It was good. I mean, it was like, obviously, so Slovakia had scored, and then you think, right, okay, and then the beginning of the second half comes, and then Karol Lanetti goes right away into it, and then just Grenier, and it's just kind of, it was just kind of gone at that point. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. I think Paulo Sousa, the manager of Poland, who is, I believe, the ex-manager of QPR.
Paulo Sousa has a ridiculous career. I tweeted something out about it when I was doing the research. I tweeted out something about like his career, because it looks like he's doing a journeyman save on FM. So he started at QPR, then he went to Swansea, Leicester, Videoton, Maccabi Tel Aviv, Basel, Fiorentina. Then he went to China for a season, then Bordeaux, and now Poland. And I think the longest he stayed at any team was 2 years.
That's just, honestly, So I don't think it was Swansea. I think that was somebody else, wasn't it? It was someone with the same name.
Yeah, no, he's at Swansea.
Oh, I was at Swansea. My apologies.
Yeah, QPR, Swansea, and Leicester before he went off on a bit of a world tour. But they only brought him in I can't remember when it was. It might even be the start of this year, Paulo Sousa, and it's because the guy that qualified them for the tournament, they decided they hadn't qualified in spectacular enough form, and that he wasn't the man for the job going forwards. So apparently qualifying wasn't good enough. which
that
I
was...
don't get that logic at all. And doing a change this close to the tournament, like after it was actually due to take place, it's not gone well for Poland. And you could see that from the way they played today. They didn't have a good day at the office.
Did not. And right, that's us. Thank you very much for... let's just...
Okay, so
Right.
there was a
You
Scotland
talk.
game this afternoon.
You talk. I'm just gonna...
Sorry, Eddie.
It's okay. It's just... Oh, there's just
I even took the
so...
little England off my name so that it didn't. Anyway, let me
There's
change it to that. There we go.
there's just so many things that was problems with it. When you heard that Tierney wasn't starting, due to a thigh strain, you were kind of a bit worried to begin with. But then, yeah, you're replacing a Premier League player with a Premier League player, Liam Cooper, and you think, okay, this is gonna work out okay. Maybe it'll be, maybe it'll be something of there. Um, and then there was passengers in that game. Stephen O'Donnell was a passenger. He looked like he was up for it, but he was just so slow. There was that moment, and kind of part of it. It was the Jack Hendry. It was the thing that led to the second goal, which we'll talk about in a bit. But yeah, their goalie had a barnstormer of a game. We just couldn't take our chances. Hendry hitting the bar, Robertson's chance in the beginning. I could name many more. I thought Patrick Schick with the great. It was a good header. Marshall just had no chance.
Yeah. I
The
think you got to look at
referee...
the positives there for Scotland is that they played really well. The downside, and this we talked about this before the tournament as well, is that you don't have a proven centre forward. All these lads that you've got up front are all relatively new to the international scene, and I thought Dykes did okay, but like that, he's very much used as a target man, and I don't know.
The game livened up when Che Adams came on. Che Adams put in a bit of sparkle into the Scotland side. And I would expect probably he's going to start Che, and I expect he's going to start Adams and Dykes up front against England. Although it could be Adams and Nesbitt, it just really depends.
To be honest, I can see him playing Dykes up front because he did cause a few problems with like an aerial presence, and that's something that England didn't cope well with towards the end of their opening game when Petkovic came on. So I think they could probably exploit that. Plus, Pickford's not good on crosses, so.
I think the thing was this was the game that if you were to tell any Scots person that this was the game, you'd think to yourself, out of the teams we drew with, or we've got in the draw, this is the one where we needed, or is the most likely chance we could have got some from it because we've played the Czech Republic before. The referee was just...
Yeah, I wasn't keen on the ref. I thought he was very picky. He let some things go and then penalised other things that it was very similar in terms of what the offence was. And I think you need consistency as a ref, and he didn't have that. The refereeing in this tournament has been pretty good up till today, and it's annoying for you that you got like the first like dodgy refereeing performance. I just thought he was too inconsistent. Afterwards, a comment there.
Yeah, there was just way too many. There was just way too many calls that were like, "What are you playing at here? Why are you doing this?" And it's just like there should have been a penalty at one point. There was a penalty PO that should have happened before the half. The second goal, right? I'm going to break down the second goal.
So, okay. Do you want a tactics board?
No. So Jack Hendry, who's obviously enjoyed his long shots and his pot shots, looks like he's going to go for it. Stephen O'Donnell is coming up behind at the side of him. He should be passing to Stephen O'Donnell, but instead he shoots it, and the bounce it gets coming off the player's leg is unlucky. Marshall, I don't get why Marshall's thinking he's Neuer, and playing and being so far out. The boy has no chance. It has no chance. Marshall has no chance. He's way too up front. He should be a bit more near his goal, and then he can time it. Because say one of the Czech Republic, I think it was Schick who basically said that he kept seeing that Marshall was way off his line.
Yeah.
So he was going to try and punish him, and we've been punished for it. It's frustrating.
It's easy enough to say that you're going to do it, but actually doing it the way that he did was astonishing. The technique involved in what he did. I mean, if you're gonna lose, then you might as well lose to something that's world class, which is what that goal was.
The subs were too slow. It was like 10 minutes, and then he finally took off O'Donnell, and it was just so frustrating. We should have scored. We should have at least had a goal. But the Vasilik was just way too good on the day. It is going to be. It was always, other than this game, obviously I know every pundit keeps going on about, oh, it's so easy to get out of your group. You just need a win. You just need 3 points, and I'm just like, it could happen, but I just don't know. It did. It's knocked the stuffing out of us, and it's kind of, you expected, right? We go into Czech Republic, we play Czech Republic, we get a win. That's a decent start. We get a draw, and we can start on that. But it was bad. McGinn, players didn't turn up at points. They looked like after the second half, you wanted to tell them that the second half had started. They were that slowish.
Yeah, I mean, I think we should probably credit some of the Czech players for their performances. I put Souček down on the sheet because I just wanted to mention how good he was at controlling the midfield. He nullified John McGinn completely. Who, I mean, when we were talking about Scotland in the preview, McGinn was one of the players that we picked out and said, "This is a guy that can change a game. Like, he can pick the ball up and make things happen. He's got a great long shot on him," and he wasn't in this game at all. And I don't know if that's that he just didn't have a very good game, that like maybe he had a case of the nerves or something and the occasion got to him, or whether it is that he just couldn't play against what Souček was doing to control that midfield.
I think it was frustrating. I think it was frustration, if anything.
Yeah, he kept going down as well, looking for free kicks, and I think the ref kind of noticed that early.
The ref noticed it once and then immediately decided that, that's it. You've got to tag the man tar the man with the brush that he's trying to show off himself. It's like you wait 23 years and then you finally get into a tournament. You don't expect much, but just that performance is just a massive gut punch, because now we've got to go to Friday. We go to Wembley. We all play England. Then we got Croatia. And I'll be honest, I don't know are we going to get a win against England? I don't know. It's and being all Scottish, I'd love to say yes. We're going to win. I don't know. I mean, yeah, if Croatia beat the Czechs on Friday, it could throw this group wide open, but I don't know. I'm at the point now where just that performance just is a massive gut punch.
Yeah.
I
feel for you. I feel for the Scots having to wait this long for a major tournament, and then that's the opening game. I really wanted you to win today.
I think there was there was decisions that hadn't been made, like O'Donnell. Obviously, it's hindsight's a perfect thing, but O'Donnell over Callum Paxson. Callum Paxson should have probably started. He's quick, he's agile. O'Donnell did look like a passenger and just looked like he was stumbling through the most of it. The second goal's not the stuffing out of us. It's just the way it was. It was the way it was conceded. It was just.
I mean, honestly, it's not over till it's over. So there's 2 more games left.
I know. I'm just.
I know. It's depressing.
It's not. It's just. It's a thing, You just. It's 23 years. We don't know what we were going to get. We instead got, decisions didn't go our way. But then again, even then, if the decisions went our way, would anything have changed? There's no excuse. I say Souček, Schick, I can't remember any of the other ones. Oh, Vlachlik. So the three of them, they had great games. I don't remember any of the other Czech Republic players. Oh, Sufal, whatever his name was, Sufal.
Kufal,
Played. Yeah, he played quite well. Yeah. Anyway, we move on. What have we got next? Tomorrow is France versus
It's France,
Germany.
Germany, yeah. So that's a big one.
We'll see. We'll see. We know we did say daily, but life does get in the way, and I'll see what happens, and I'll see if I can kind of maybe do something. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, basically Eddie's got a game, and I'm at work, so I'm not going to see Hungary Portugal at all. Because I'll be at work.
Please don't hate. Yeah. Please don't hate us because we take a break. Sometimes humans have to take breaks. What we will do is we'll probably do a quick catch up video. Like we'll just basically put our thoughts on Twitter or something. Who knows?
We'll figure something out.
We'll figure something out. Yeah, I'm gonna go and be miserable and start listening to Delamitre Don't Come Home Too Soon, even though, to be fair, we technically can't come home too soon because we're already home. God, this is like a plea for help almost.
Could you please subscribe so he cheers up a little bit? That's what I asked for.
Again, thank you so much for the 109 people who joined the Fantasy League, the Prediction League between people that we know. Yeah, a man who uses his predictions, uses dogs as predictions is currently first place. Don't ask me. I don't know why.
Where to go, Josh? Where to go?
The Copa America is on right now. Argentina versus Chile. Go watch that. Go have some smiles because I will need to find my smile. I'm like HBK. I've lost my smile. Expect everything else about HBK. I've just lost my smile. We will see you all. Not tomorrow. Probably Thursday. Bye bye. Oh no, it's not Thursday. It's Wednesday.
Wednesday.
We'll see each other on Wednesday. I'm too tired. Leave me alone. Bye bye.